I know some people state issues they've had, like not getting the right sound or not getting the LEDs to work, but I would like to make a point on that. I personally have converted my car to use outlets that you might find in wall, so I have a Crown 1000 plugged in. I have more room for accommodations than most. However, I did end up buying two of these because the bass was absolutely phenomenal in my living room. Mind you, my living room is big. So if you own a large car, do not worry, dare say a lot of bass for the price. I say for price BC, well, let's be honest. It doesn't go all the way down the street. If you're looking for everyone to feel your speakers, then you're not gonna find it here, lol. The case on the other hand has been tuned for the use of an indoor scenario and they did a fine job. Tones come out crisp and clear and you can really feel it in your chest and head. It has great tone T, and that is something that I was impressed with. As for the LEDs, they look amazing. But I know a few people said they have trouble with getting them to work. Simply put, they have a different input for them. Why? Well, if don't know circuitry you may not get this, but trust me, it matters. LED lights require a high wattage and a low amperage as well as a very consistent flow that doesn't fluctuate. Knowing my car's setup, I was able to use this www.amazon.com/GP/product/BOOD6969/ref=o_awi_detail page _007_SOO?E=UTF-8 and PSC=1#. However, you may not be able to use that in your car. So my best hint is to look up the specs that are on that link and find something that does work for you with the same specs. The LEDs work fine, but they just need another source of power as they cannot run off of the 1000-watt power source. This source should be small, somewhere around 12 volts DC or AC. If you use the lighter socket, it will be 12 to 14 volts AC, and you'll need a converter much like the one I have shown. Or you can buy an inverter from Radio Shack and be able to charge your phone or laptop and still plug this one in. I personally did that. And then I amplified it even more so I could use the Crown 1000 that I own. Together the link I posted and an inverter should total to 60 if you go cheap and 100 if you did like men. I like the one I got for 70 because it monitors your car's battery. On that note, don't forget that most standard car batteries won't work well and will end up dying. You should really consider upgrading to one meant for powering big stuff like speakers or fridges. As for the sound, you need a crossover. All T means is that it separates the low frequencies from the high before it gets to your sub. Now if your radio head unit has this, then you won't need it. Also, if your power amp has it, then you'll be fine as well. These speakers do say that they have crossover built in, but I haven't ever trusted it. BC Crown Studio amplifiers are known for doing things right. I'm not sure if this sub can go higher or a key different bass and if that's why they have it installed, but I do know that a sub won't produce clear and rich bass if it isn't filtered out properly. And I'm not sure how much I trust or believe their claim. Nevertheless, these things are great. They look amazing and the carpeting is phenomenal. The LEDs look great, and they shine just as bright in the winter. The speakers warm up fast in the winter and sound just as good. I recommend switching your receiver or head unit to a reversed output if possible. I think it will sound much better. I like the reverb it offers. The only problem I had was the metal strips started to peel up at the end. But I bent them on accident. It's my fault, but just a heads up, be careful because they are hard to get back down. There isn't much of a way to bend them back. All in all, the sound is great, their cold resistance is top notch, and the added LEDs are nice. A lot of people complain that having to power them is annoying. but I like it because it's how it should be done. Not to mention, if your power unit died, it would otherwise mean ripping apart the whole case. Instead, I can just buy a new one. And personally, I think they built this smart. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who wants to get the best bang for their buck. They blow the competition out of the water and look really cool too. Just put them in. So this is an initial review. Plug them right in and they sound awesome. Great bass, plenty enough to get a ticket if you ain't careful and messed with the lights yet. I'll do that with my shop teacher. Sub works great for the price and looks cool doing it. I would recommend these to anyone who isn't a stickler for sounds and just wants something that sounds good for a decent price. I set mine up with a crunch amplifier which also glows, and the result was very nice. You can see my setup in the picture, although the light really doesn't do it justice for how it looks at night. Worked and look great. This is a great cabinet, great styling, heavy and well built. One word of caution: be careful drilling screws into the sides. I was mounting mine to the cargo cover and I busted one side. It's mirrored, so here goes 7 years of rotten luck. A local shop replaced it cheap, but still a pain. Anchor this down. You don't need a projectile taking your head off in an accident. I bought mine through Crutchfields, but the dual amp that comes with this is not that hot. Remember to wire your lighting to a switched source. It's 12 VDC, and has a switch, but if left on and connected to unswitched power, obviously that will drain your battery. My advice is push these hard. 600 watts RMS should do it, and if they blow, put better subs in the great cabinet. Installed this box in a 2000 Grand Prix. The box port aligns up just right with the ski hole. Running it off a Phoenix Gold T500. 4 amp bridged, putting out 250W, sounds very clean. Click link in description for more reviews.